Now, I've gotta admit that I've really enjoyed the last two events in this game. I mean, last time I got the mouse, and today I got the T29. Now, the T29 is probably one of the most fun vehicles that I've had the chance to drive in this tier, in this rank. And today we'll be finding out how will this tank actually perform. And I can tell you right away that this thing is awesome. It is a pretty awesome heavy tank. Now let's take a look at the stat. It has a 105mm main gun with over 250mm of penetration, which is really good for the rank. It is also decently fast. It has some reverse speed as well, but the main thing on this tank is its turrets. Its frontal turret armor is almost impenetrable, and if you can find a place where your turret is basically the only thing visible, you will have a lot of fun with this tank, and that's basically what I'm going to show you in this video, how to properly position the T29. But overall it is decently armored. It has some thick armor, it has a very good gun, it has decent mobility. Of course, not as fast as a medium tank. This is a heavy tank after all, but you know, it's pretty okay when it goes on different terrain. And overall the reloads is, I would say, the worst aspect of the tank, because it takes a while to reload, but at the same time it is definitely shorter than the reload on some of the other heavy tanks. So let's have fun with this thing. Let's see how will this thing perform, and I can tell you right away that this is a very good heavy tank. So, it has a very good gun depression, can lower the gun really low, and you can take advantage of that by using the terrain and basically hide the lower, weaker armor. The turret armor on this thing is awesome. The whole frontal hull is sloped, although most of the tanks can penetrate your hull armor, so the main goal with this thing is to hide the hull armor and basically just make the turret peek around the corner. And that's a T29. Got hit in the lower plate. The lower plate is also the weak spot because it leads straight to your ammo. So that's the first kill. And the only thing that the enemy will see here is my turret in this position. And that was a FV, also a very good kill. Now basically from the front side on the turret you can only shoot the commander. That's the only spot where you can technically penetrate the turret of the T29. But yeah, that's about it. So if you position the vehicle like I'm doing right now, nothing will be able to penetrate your turret. Well, nothing in this tier at least. So you do have a very awesome little tank, and oh, just wait until I drive the next, the M6A1. Oh, that thing is insane. You'll see what I'm talking about when I get to that tank. But yeah, this is a pretty awesome position, and you have a good view on the enemy team. You are also guarding the base, and this is the ideal position for this vehicle. The only thing that you will ever expose over here is your turret armor, frontal turret armor. Have to be careful not to expose the side turret armor, because the sides aren't as well protected as the front. So have to make sure that no one is flanking you, because you can easily get penetrated from the side. So you have to be careful not to let the enemy see the side armor on this tank. Well, and I missed. Well, that's why you should reduce the zoom. The zoom messed me up there. But I have a couple kills, 5 kills so far, pretty good. And my team isn't really doing well over there. The enemy has both zones captured, so that's not good. After all, this is a heavy tank, so you have to rely on your team. You can't really just go all out solo, because you know it has a long reload. It's slow. Well, it's not too slow, but it is slow for a medium or a light tank. For a heavy tank, it's okay, but there are tanks that are much faster, so you have to be careful. You have to be careful with those. One more tank destroyed. See, I was almost flanked. If I didn't pay attention, that tank would be putting a couple shells in my side armor, which would probably be fatal for the tank, but thankfully I saw them on time. Okay, let's see. Now I'm getting swarmed over here. Now that's a T95. Yeah, that's a T. Now That tank may be able to penetrate my frontal turret armor, although I don't really think they can, but I'll just assume that they can, so I have to be careful with what I'm doing with the T95. That's a vehicle that I can't penetrate from the front with this tank, since I don't have over 200. I don't have 300 mm penetration. 250, 260 is about the limit. The T95 has 302 mm frontal armor, so I'm not going to be able to penetrate that from the front. Side armor, yeah. Front armor, nope. And I think I should be pretty safe here. As you can see, my turret is bouncing shells, so I'm pretty safe here. The T95 is slow. I'll definitely shoot the tracks and the main gun on the T95 to force it to repair. It can't move while repairing. That's a very good thing. And I missed the turret armor on the Tiger 2, which is fine. I think my team actually got them, and now we have 2 zones captured. Only 1 zone has been captured, and that's Zone A. Now remain in this position. Let me shoot the gun. There we go. The main gun on the T95 has now been broken. And now let me reduce the tracks. Let me blow up the tracks so the T95 can't move. That way my teammates can get to the side on the T95. There we go. 1 track. Well, it has 4 tracks, so let me just destroy all the tracks on this thing. Okay, 1 track, 2 tracks destroyed. A Panther has appeared. The Panther can penetrate my frontal armor. Very easy kill. There we go. Panther destroyed. This tank has APC, BC, dual types. It has high explosive and it has APCR. APCR, I don't use APCR. APCR kinda sucks in general, so I'm not really using it. Because even if you do hit the target in the right spot, it is doing absolute no damage. So I just personally avoid to use APCR. It's not a good. It penetrates a lot, but it does little to no damage. That's why I'm just using the classic default AP ammo. Now the accuracy on this gun is okay. It's not the most accurate gun out there, but it does land shells at long distances where you aim in most cases. You will notice in some cases that it's going to miss, but the accuracy is okay. Not the best, but it is definitely not worst as well. Well, this T95 isn't having a good day. Now I should technically be able to, well, I guess not. Other vehicles penetrate the T95 in that spot, while this tank can't, unfortunately, since it still lacks enough penetration. It has a good gun, but unfortunately it doesn't have the dart, or it doesn't have HE-ATFS or similar ammo. You will stuck with the classic shells. So I mean, not entirely a bad thing. I mean, it's pretty good shell anyway. It does damage when it hits. It does some pretty good damage when it hits. And a Tiger, that was a nasty hit. That was a very, very nasty, accurate hit in the dirt. The T95 is still alive. We are now leading. Okay, I have about 10 kills, which is awesome. Very happy that I got 10 kills. And side armor. And the T95 has been destroyed. You can penetrate the side armor easily, but the front is a problem. And I think that was the last tank, I think. Yeah, that was the last tank. That was a good match. 11 kills with the T29. As you can see, pretty awesome tank. A pretty awesome tank indeed. Alright, let's go to the next match. Now, let me see if I will bump the graphics to on maximum. This device has a very interesting mode that I've recently found. It has pause USB power delivery mode, which basically means that it draws power directly from the charger, completely bypassing batteries. So you can enable that and basically on this device, and the charger will power the phone, not the battery, so the battery is not going to be wasted. I find that pretty amazing, since it would allow me to just play the game without worrying much about the battery, since this game is quite demanding, and with this mode on I can play all day long basically without torturing the battery. So I have this little map, and over here I usually like to snipe, but with this vehicle you can actually go closer and you can brawl. And this is one such a very good position where you can see a lot of the enemy side, well, enemy sides, not the entire enemy side, but have a good view on the whole field there. Now in my case, I will go and lurk around zone B, because that's, I figured out I would really like to be around zone B in this map for some reason, in the middle, and that's where I am going to be going. Now here you have to be careful because my lower plate is going to be exposed, and you definitely do not want to be shot in the hull armor or in the lower plate, because that's where the armor is the weakest. And we have a T29, and as you can see, I can't really penetrate the front, and the other T29 should not be able to penetrate my front, since we both are kind of hiding our holes in the water below what we can see. Although I'm definitely putting some more shells into the T95, into the T29, and they can lower the gun, as you can see. So the gun depression on this is awesome. Keeping the hole hidden, and you will have a lot of fun, as we had in the previous match where I nailed 11 kills. And there we go. A Rattle 20 got blown up. Now 80 GMs can penetrate your armor. You want to be careful around missiles. Missiles are dangerous, so never underestimate missiles. 80 GMs, TOWs, missiles, rockets, they can be quite dangerous, even to your turret armor, so you have to be careful around those. Although I've seen the IT1, I mean I've bounced the T29 with the IT1, which is kind of funny, but it happened. And I also have ray tracing enabled, so that also should make the game appear more, I don't know, pretty, I guess. I mean, the game is very pretty. This map is gorgeous. I love the graphics in this game. They are really scary how good this game looks. Oh look, a leopard one. Well, leopard has been destroyed. I love the ammo. The default ammo on this thing is awesome. I use the default ammo in most cases. The default ammo that you get is really good, and in most cases more than what you need. Honestly, it does wreck when it hits. I love that. Very similar to APHE, although a bit different. It is packed with TNT. The shell is packed with TNT. Very similar to how the APHE shells work. Well, let me try to capture the zone. I'm a bit in the open here. I think the enemy T29 got destroyed. Well, let me try to capture the zone. At least, you know, try to win, I guess. And yeah, nice in the open. Not where you want to be with this tank, but for now I have to, since I have to capture the base and have to help out the team, I guess. Now you can't really penetrate the mouse that easily from the front, and the mouse, I think the mouse can't penetrate your frontal armor if they hit the lower plate. Oh look, the huge box. That thing is huge. That's the next tank that I'll drive. That's literally the next tank that I'll be driving in the next video. That thing is very fun to drive, and it's huge. Like literally, it's huge. You will not believe how tall that thing is. It really feels like a building on tracks. There we go. But it has a very big weak spot. It has a very big weak spot. Basically the turret ring between the turret and the hull. If you land a shell there like I did, the tank blows up because it kills everyone inside. So very fun tank. It does drive very similar to the T29, although it has a huge turret ring that can be easily hit. Another nice kill. Beautiful. Another very nice kill. Now I have to be careful not to get shot from the back, since zone A is currently being held by the enemy. But I think I should be good here. 4 kills in this match. A bit less dynamic than the previous match, but it is still a pretty good score, so not going to complain about that. Pretty good score regardless. And here I decided to pull back a little bit because felt like I was way too much in front. So side seems to be clear. I'll just go front, up head to see what's up here, and let's see. Well, this seems like a good position. Although we are still kind of, well, not losing by zones captured, but we're losing in terms of how many points we have, so I have to be careful. Can't really run around and go guns blazing every single second, at least not with this tank. And these buildings are always in the way, so I always shoot them down so I have a clear view of everything. And this seems like a very nice, interesting position. Oh, there we go. Oh no, a tortoise. Well, have to destroy the turret first. There we go. Now, let's aim for the weak spots. Let's try to destroy the tracks on the tortoise, and then we will be aiming for the weak spots, which is the machine gun over there, and the tortoise destroyed. Well, yeah, the tortoise is definitely not a very... well, it's a good tank. Unfortunately, it has a lot of weak spots. And yeah, as you can see, that tortoise got blown up in a single hit, right through the machine gun. First the gun, and then the whole tank got blown up, basically. Well, now we are winning. Definitely going to be a very solid victory if we end up winning this match. I have 5 kills. That was pretty good. That was a pretty fun match. A very good match as well, and a good victory. So I'll take it. No complaints from me. Let's go to the next one. Alright, well, we are on this map. Now this tank can do sniping. It's actually recommended that you try to maintain the hull hidden, basically the turret to be visible. And that's what I'm about to do here. Going to my famous little spot. I mean, it's literally the best, one of the best spots for the vast majority of tanks. Oh, a yak tiger, that's dangerous. Now a yak tiger can be problematic. They can penetrate your hull, so you definitely don't want to show your hull to that thing. Although, if I can manage to get to my position, then the yak tiger is not going to be able to do much. And I think I have snuck through, and yeah, I reached this little position. Excellent. Now let's see what can I do from this point. There we go, first kill. Well, seems like the enemy tanks are all over the place, so I have to be focusing on... I have to focus them down one by one. A yak tiger. Now, you will not going to penetrate the sloped frontal armor on yak tiger. You have to aim for the lower armor, or for the lower plate. And that's what I am going to attempt to do. If you do manage to nail very low on the lower plate, you can actually detonate the ammo on the yak tiger. And I'll try to show you what I'm talking about. It's a very old trick. I used to do that old trick back when I was driving the yak tiger, like a couple months ago. So it can be very beneficial, it can be very important, it can be very good to just learn where to shoot tanks right there. Now first hit, it just damaged the transmission, which is fine. You have to be very patient with shooting the lower plate of the yak tiger. Sometimes it just hits the transmission over and over again. But over here I'm safe. The yak tiger can't really hit my lower armor. Now the transmission has been destroyed. The yak tiger is immobilized. And we have some tanks on the side. There's a leopard. Let me try to kill it. There we go. The leopard destroyed. The yak tiger is repairing the transmission. They are not going to move for a while. Although I have to make sure that I eliminate the yak tiger at one point. There's a second tank, but can't really see it well. A T-54. I hit a rock. Not really, that T-54 wasn't really that visible. Very small part of the tank actually visible. The Yak Tiger is still there. They shot at me, hit the turrets, I hit the lower plate, and I did some more internal damage. That's basically how you eliminate the Yak Tiger with a shell that doesn't really have enough penetration to kill it in a first hit. But it did destroy the T-54, so that's another kill. Let's see if I can... Okay, someone else destroyed the Yak Tiger, which is fine. That was a problematic tank that got destroyed. IS-2 is hidden, unfortunately can't hit that, which is fine. Let's see if I can... Or I can't, apparently, I don't know. Well, seems like we have destroyed about 3 tanks, which is, again, a pretty good score already. And no more enemies in the vicinity. We are holding the base, that's important, so we are winning. This position can also cover the base really well. And this tank can also go in the middle, but I just stick on the side because you can take advantage of the fantastic turret armor, which... Oh look, a object destroyed. There we go, nice hit. I'm just taking advantage of the very tough turret armor that you have on this thing. That was also a very good kill. IS-2 from earlier. A very good hit as well. That was very nice. 5 kills. Well, let's see if some more tanks are going to decide to crawl up to this little area. I mean, once you hide the weak spots, this tank just wrecks. It's awesome. Absolutely no complaints for me driving this thing. It is awesome. A very awesome vehicle. I love it. Alright, and I jumped in an aircraft. Although, yeah, that's too far away, I think. Way too far away. Yeah, I'm not going to catch that, I think. Or I'm going to get blown up. Okay, fair enough. That's what happens when the game spawns you 17,000 kilometers from the targets, as it usually does when I'm in the fighter jet. No, bombs can kill a tank. You have to be careful around bombs. Bombs are definitely problematic, so make sure that the bombs are far away. Although I haven't been bombed as much. I've been bombed a lot with the mouse. Haven't been bombed that much with this tank, which is kind of funny. Okay, I think it's time to move a bit forward. Let's see what I can do. What more can I do in the match? Already pretty good. Looks pretty good, but we don't want to sit there all day long in the same spot. So let's just move around and maybe I find some more targets to shoot at. That tree almost made me stop fully. Now this position is also really good. You can hide the lower hull very easily, and just the turret is peeking above the rocks, so very hard to hit the weak spots from this position. Although this position is good later on in the game, it is not that good early on, since you will be exposed to the flanks. But if your team controls the center, you can just go here and basically hold this position. Nothing can kill this tank except bombs and ATGMs, but you should be safe against those because you have this one rock at the right side, which will make it a bit more difficult for them to shoot at you. Now we have 2 tanks up ahead. Not really sure what tanks we're talking about, but I might go forward. Even I might just go to the enemy positions and try to flush them out from that point. We'll see. I really doubt that the enemy will pick around the corner, so I must probably go to them. We're really close to their spawn point as well. We are definitely winning the match. Definitely looking really good so far. So, okay, that tank got... That was an aircraft actually, not a tank. Let's move forward and let's see if I can get some kills. Well, I mean, I already have 5 kills, which is pretty good, but Let's see if I can get more. That's the question. Now that tank, I don't know what it is, but they are hidden behind rocks. Where is this tank? They were there. Oh, there they are. And I hit them, but it didn't do any damage. Kind of funny how that goes. It's a T-44. Oh, okay, that tank is maybe a bit dangerous. Let's see. There we go. Lower plate, and was enough to destroy the tank. Nice. Well, that almost went wrong. I was a little bit worried that I was about to ruin the match, but it was still a good victory. That was still a fun match. Alright, well, that was the T29. Again, a fantastic heavy tank. A really fun heavy tank that I'll be driving a lot more for sure. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to support me, feel free to like and subscribe. And with that being said, stay safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.